Ladies and gentlemen, something interesting has finally happened with the Z Fold 4. If you purchase one of these $1,800 beautiful devices and you've been using it since launch, you may have noticed that you've been very far behind on updates. You probably haven't seen an update since the device first came out. Well, luckily today, finally, Samsung has seen fit to roll out an update. Not a whole lot going on this update. As you can see, overall stability of your device has been improved. No new features in regard to that. The security of your device has been improved. Google will roll out security patches for Android about monthly, and then OEMs will take that update, that security patch, roll it into an update for their device, and then send it out. In the case of Samsung, they'll get that patch and they'll think about it for 4 or 5 months sometimes, and then they'll send it out to us so that we go from being 4 months behind on security patches to being up to date, or in this instance, up to date as of September 1st. It is now, as I'm filming this, October 11th, so we're actually already out of date, but beggars can't be choosers. I believe I went from July to September 1st, so that's better than it was before at least. You can see there a list of things that updates can include, as well as updates to different applications. There may be some new features in some of these apps and things like that going on, but Samsung doesn't really give us any intel on that stuff at all. So really all we know we have are apparently improvements to stability and then that security patch. Now for me, I still have some bones to pick with Samsung over this, because to me, when you pay for an $1,800 device, I feel like you should be expecting updates to be quick and to be up to date, to be timely, and that has simply not been the case for the Z Fold 4. A lot of people like to poo-poo the Surface Duo 2. Well, Microsoft has delivered an update for this device as well as Duo 1 every single month that it's been out. Duo 1 might have missed 1 month a long time ago, but I digress. It's been way better than what Samsung has delivered on any of their Fold devices. My Fold 2 would often be several months behind on security patches. And I know that a lot of people will say, well, Samsung makes a lot of phones. Microsoft only makes 2, and that is fair. And they might also say Microsoft has phones that were buggier than Samsung. So Samsung's didn't need updates in the same way. And that is also true, but I don't think it actually gets to the point, because security patches are not related to whether or not your phone is buggy or not. I don't want an $1,800 phone that is behind 4 months on these routine updates, these security patches. Samsung still needs to be rolling these things out. And yeah, look, they make a lot of phones, but the phones that should be, maybe getting a few months behind are their cheap ones, right? The $1,800 phones, I would say, should never be more than a month or 2 behind on security patches. So it's still something that Samsung absolutely has to improve on. And it's not just Samsung, right? We don't want to just beat up on them. Google themselves have been behind at times by a couple of months. That's hard for me to wrap my head around, how that could possibly be a thing that is happening. Google, you make Android. How could you possibly be slow on your updates? They rolled out an update one time. They had to pull because it had so many bugs. So everyone has some issues with this. But like I said, an $1,800 device needs to be held to the absolute highest of standards. And in regard to software updates, I think the Samsung has been a little bit lackluster. Now, for context, I am in North America. I'm in Eastern Tennessee. I'm unlocked and I'm on Mint Mobile, if that is relevant to those of you that are viewing, because I know from Twitter that some people, after seeing my tweet, checked for an update and did not have one. This will be rolling out over some time in this region. So keep checking every now and again, and you should see that update eventually. I believe it actually has already rolled out in some other regions. I think I remember reading some news stories about a September update rolling out to the Z Fold 4. We just had to wait an extra long amount of time to get it in North America. So guys, I wish there was more I could say, more of a deep dive into this update I could get into and really go over new features and all these cool things. But, to be fair, the Z Fold is pretty feature rich already, pretty routine update. I just wanted to let you guys know who might own a Z Fold. You should go check for that update and get that security patch taken care of. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.